Okay, so it's official. Jujutsu Kaisen has now officially finished its manga run. And we're going to talk about it because there's a lot of things to talk about here. So let's get into it. Okay, so now that JJK has officially finished, it's over. It's over. It's made its run. We got to the conclusion. We know what's going to happen now. There will be spoilers, manga spoilers in here. So if you guys are just watching the anime and not watching the manga, this is probably not the video for you because there will be spoilers moving forward for the manga. It's for the anime itself that's going to be covered in that. So you've been warned now. So I've seen a lot of people say that the JJK ending was rushed. I've seen a lot of people say, it's not the greatest ending, but, is it satisfying? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to talk about that because I've been waiting to make this video because I wanted to dwell on it a little bit more and really think how I felt about it because I like JJK a lot. And, obviously we got that big fight with Gojo and Sukuna, the one that we've been waiting for. And that was hyped up in that. And then as we got further in the story with Sukuna just bodying everyone in the verse, basically literally running the JJK gauntlet going, you're next, who's next, you're next, look, let's go, I'm going to run through all of you. As we were going through that, we started to understand more reasons to why he was able to beat Gojo, some other reasons that maybe not make sense, maybe didn't work for people, maybe did work for people. And then we got some storylines that just never got resolved, I feel like. I feel like they introduced new things, but just never went to it. I don't know what he was planning on doing with that, but it kind of just fell flat. So, look, the first thing I want to talk about is, was the ending rushed? Was JJK rushed at the end? And it's a yes and no for me, because if you think about it, the Sukuna fight went on for a very long time. Like, this was not just a 1 chapter or 2 chapter fight. This was a very, very long fight. Now, it did have Sukuna bodying everyone. After he beat Gojo, he just went on a rampage and started just wiping the floor with Kashimo. Started to, fight Yuji Chozo all at the same time. And then Yuta got involved. He's fighting them. Maki got involved. He's just going through everyone at this point. Now, I don't particularly think the fight was rushed because it was a very long fight. But where I do think I agree with it being rushed is the conclusion to the fight itself. And there was a fight that was going on with Hakari on the other side that just we never really saw much of, and it just kind of ended. And then the whole stuff with Sukuna as well against Yuji at the end there, and Yuta and that, it did kind of feel rushed. It kind of felt like, I'm starting to run out of ideas to keep this fight going on, so I'm just going to end it right here, right now. And it did. I understand why some people think it felt rushed. And then after that, the final chapter in that kind of just went very, very, very quickly, where we're kind of sitting there like, okay, so what's happening with this? And by having that feel like it was rushed, there was some story threads and plot threads that just did not get answered. Are we forgetting about Kenjaku and the whole idea of Tengen, fusing with the world? That stuff, the merger. It kind of got dropped. It really did. It was like, oh yeah, I've given, after Utah Speed Blitz, Kenjaku, he's like, oh yeah, Sukuna can do it now. And it just never happened. And I feel like that storyline is just there. It's just there. It's like, we gonna pick up on this storyline? Are we gonna finish this storyline, or is it just kind of went away? And then you also have this whole binding vow stuff just coming left, right, and center for Sukuna. It was kind of like he wrote himself into a corner to the point where he's like, how do I get myself out of here? I need to start adding in binding vows. It's Sukuna's using a binding vow, binding vow, binding vow, binding vow, binding vow, binding vow, left, right, and center. And it's kind of like, Genki, what are you doing? You're just adding binding vows left, right, and center. What is going on here? How come Sukuna can just what? He can just do unlimited right now? What's going on? So there was elements where you started to question what was going on. It's like, is Genki forgetting about this? What's going on here? He killed Gojo, so it's like, what's he doing? And Are we going to see Gojo again? Like, so you started to see all these things happen that just didn't make 100%, you know, sense. And you kind of sitting there like, it's a bit frustrating. It's a bit frustrating. But I don't think the ending itself is bad, though, because he did bring back some characters, and the characters that were alive at the end there, we had our trio that was alive, and Utah, and Maki, you know, and there's other characters. Genki did also say, though, either one survives or they all die. So he kind of went away from that, because there's multiple of them, you know, survived. And I didn't hate the ending. I didn't hate how they're all there, you know, it's now their turn to take over from Gojo and that and move forward after Gojo absolutely obliterated all like the higher ups to, you know, free Jujutsu Society from them so that they could all, you know, do that. And obviously Maki destroyed the Zeni clan as well, which is badass. But I'm happy with how that ended. I'm glad, you know, the stuff with Utah and the Kenjaku stuff is kind of weird. It's like, okay, so Rika kept him alive and that. And it's like, okay, I get behind it. So I'm kind of glad Utah survived, even though I'm not 100% sure that he should have. But it's okay. It works in the end. And then obviously the ending panel with Sukuna. I really did like the Yuji moment with Sukuna saying to Sukuna, "You are me." I really loved that parallel. I thought that was fantastic. And then obviously you have the ending with Sukuna talking to Mahito about like, you know, I lost. That's it. You know, until next time. And then obviously you have his finger still there. So it's kind of teasing like there's a chance that we could continue the series on and get a spin-off maybe or something like that. Or will Sukuna come back? Is he truly completely gone? That's the big question because, you know, we still see that last finger there. So there's that. So some other things that I thought hit and miss in that. Now, I know a lot of people are like, the Gojo stuff with Gojo dying, does it work narratively? I think Gojo's death does work narratively. Now, you can say, was it executed well? That's another debate for a whole nother story. Because, you know, is Gojo's the way that he died the correct way to do it? Was it executed at the highest order? Maybe, maybe not. But I think having him lose to Sukuna just showcased you that how strong Gojo really was. And how much higher he was than everyone else. Now, his death, I thought, narratively worked. And it added, you know, the whole idea of Gojo, what he wanted, and, you know, to be able to push his students to further heights, I thought worked really, really well, especially for Yuji and Utah. I think that worked. Having him die and then them come in and take the mantle on, I think works narratively. The stuff with Utah going into Gojo's body, I just kind of, look, I'm going to be honest with you. It was cool to see, but I'm also thinking to myself, was it necessary? Was it necessary for Utah to do that? You know, I get it. They want a backup plan and stuff like that, but it didn't really add much to the fight. And I kind of felt like, okay, I feel like Genki just wanted to be like, because everyone was like, it's Gojo coming back, it's Gojo's coming back. That was his way of saying, hey, Gojo's back. Look at this. But it's not Gojo. It's Utah in Gojo's body. So I'm a 50-50 on that. Like, it was cool to see that. But then it's also like, narratively, does it work? I don't know. And then obviously we have a person come back here as well. She is back. Was it narratively meant for her to come back? Did it work? Nobara, did it work? Did it work for her to come back? Like, I'm glad she's alive. Like, don't get me wrong. It's awesome to see her come alive. But it kind of just felt like, yeah, she's back. And that's it. So, look, JJK, now that it's finished, I don't think this ending makes it a bad series. I know some people are like, I hate this ending. It makes it worse. It makes JJK horrible. No, JJK is still really, really good. You know, I think it's rushed at times towards the end. I do. I think some narrative things did not work. And there were some plot threads that were just never finished. So in that aspect, I do agree with it. But the way it ended, I think it's fine. Like, I don't think it's like the worst ending you could have ever done. I think it's a pretty mid ending, but it's an ending that worked for me. So, Let me know what you guys think of the ending of JJK. Did you guys enjoy it? Maybe you didn't. Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.